What is up, everyone? I'm Scratch. Welcome to the channel. This is another King Arthur Legends Rise video. Hope you guys are having an amazing day. I want to start by giving a massive shout out to Netmarble for sponsoring today's video. If you guys have been living under a rock and you haven't tried King Arthur Legends Rise just yet, let me tell you something, you are missing out. I've been playing this game since the early access and I've been having a blast. If you guys want to help and support the channel, if you want to try the game for yourself, you can click the link in the description down below or in the pinned comment. It's a squad RPG game, a hero collector game featuring Arthurian heroes, quests, missions, pretty much everything that you want from a game. Plus, it's a city builder game. You get to upgrade your buildings and, of course, gain more resources, more rewards, better things in the market, etc. In today's video, guys, I actually want to do a guide on one of the dungeons. One of the most important dungeons, in my opinion, because all of the damage gear comes from the nest of Yskalhaig. And not just that, but you are going to get the speed gear from here, which in the endgame is the most OP set, especially now with the new hard mode dungeon, the Forbidden Dungeon, the new clan boss raids. Absolutely super important to have a lot of speed on your characters. So I'm going to share with you guys my team, plus a couple of different variations on what characters you could use in there. And is not a very pay-to-win team either. So let's dive straight into it. Stage 10, Nest of Yskalhaig. This is the team that I'm running. So I have two rare heroes. I have Sarah, which is absolutely the GOAT in here. Super important. And that's mainly because of her passive and the A1 skill. So she will use the A1 and she will basically apply block buffs. So the boss won't be able to buff and it will put attack gauge disruption. That's mainly her job in this fight, to ensure that the boss will not get the buffs. If the boss will get increased rate evasion, it will be very hard for us to deal damage versus the boss. And it will deal a lot of damage to our characters. I'm going to share with you the builds after. I have, of course, Turin as the support character in here, which will buff the team, will heal the team. Then we have Morgana, which is a character that you're getting for free. She will basically remove buffs, put defense down on the boss, and we're going to use Bedivere as the main damage dealer. This is my team because it farms this pretty quick. But I will show you with a different damage dealer. With a rare one that most of you guys will be able to collect. Now, there are a couple of different secrets in here, guys. Basically, you want to prioritize attacking the boss, not hitting the body parts or anything like that, because that not only that it will slow you down, but Sarah won't actually go in with the first skill to make sure that she is putting that buff disruption. And if that doesn't happen, that will be a bit of a problem. So let me just quickly show you exactly how to get this done. We do have a bit of a preset in here as well, and on the first wave it can be a bit tricky if you're not speed tuning your team correctly. So skill order: Sarah only A1, Morgana A2 as the main priority, Turin A3 as the main priority, and Bedivere A2 as the main priority. Now, if by any chance you're not killing the waves fast enough, or if you're killing them too fast as well, and Sarah doesn't have a chance to basically use that A1 skill a third time on the waves, what will happen is that she will not, a second time, sorry, because the third time needs to be on the boss. She has a bit of a cooldown there. So when she uses the A1 first, she will put a buff disruption. And the second time when she's using the A1, she won't be able to put it again. So you need to have a bit of a cooldown. So you need to speed tune it in such a way that now, when Sarah gets to use the A1 for the third time in this battle, on the boss, she will instantly apply that buff disruption on the boss. If you're not doing that, most likely your team will fail, the boss will get the buffs, and he's going to whoop your ass. Okay, that's exactly what's going to happen. So it will be slightly trickier with some of the other damage dealers, especially if we're not killing the ads fast enough. But that's a thing that we can fix by paying attention to what happens and modifying the speeds, either on Sarah, either on the damage dealer, to ensure that we're going to be able to get it done. So this was a pretty straightforward farm right here. It went pretty quick as well. And I'm going to stop it right here. It took us 3 minutes, but in fact is actually 1 minute because the timer counts at the 3x speed now. And there we go. Speed gear. We got tons of materials for the forge, which will be important because you're going to have to forge accuracy gear. You guys know the drill with that. I don't have to explain you. If you've been playing the game, you know exactly how important the forge materials are. Now, if we are going to bring in a different damage dealer. So let's try, for example, maybe we can bring in Cormac as an idea. We are gaining some... we're not gaining actually nothing from his passive right here. So let's put Morgana in here. And we are going to put him right here. So this time around, we're going to have a slightly different priority on the skills. Let me just quickly show you once we are going to go in the fight. And I'm not 100% sure if it's going to work perfectly fine from the beginning because I haven't tried it with Cormac. So I might have to do some tuning. But we want him to use the A3 as often as possible. That's the one that deals most of the damage. So we need to pay attention if Sarah will be able to get the job done. So she used the A1 skill once. And we need to see how many times she's going to use it before. But by the looks of it, Cormac is absolutely demolishing, so we don't have to worry about Sarah too much. She will go now with the A1. Perfect. Look at that. Beautiful. Now, Cormac is going to absolutely demolish that dragon, and we are moving on to the boss. And once again, it's going to be the exact same story. Sarah will go in with the A1. She will put buff disruption on the boss. There we go. And now, Cormac will slowly take the boss down. Now, of course, I am not necessarily expecting him to take the boss down as fast as Bediver. Bediver is just Bediver. You guys know how powerful he is. Plus, I still haven't fully maxed my Cormac. I still need to put a couple of levels on the relic. And that's mainly on the first and second skill. But the third skill is fully maxed on him now. So we should be able to take this boss down without a problem. Once again, Sarah getting the job done. Man, Sarah is just so freaking amazing for a rare character. Insane. And look at Cormac. Look at the damage on the right and the left wings. Cormac has a very, very good AoE skill, guys. Very, very good. Like, probably you can notice how much damage we're dropping on the boss as well, right? Yeah, that's fine. You do your things. Now, you do have to kill the boss pretty fast because if he gets to the next phase, he can hit really, really hard. There we go. Okay, so we got him to the last phase right here, and probably Cormac is going to nuke him with the AoE skill right about now. Once he's gonna take, you see how much damage he deals every time he attacks us here. Now we don't have any defense down or anything on the boss. We did not have, unfortunately, the AoE available from Cormac, but he put decreased evasion on the boss, which is actually great because he doesn't really have much accuracy or anything like that to get that job done. So we have the defense down on right now. Cormac, AoE, beautiful. He absolutely demolished the boss. And this is a rare character. So basically, this is one of the best free-to-play teams that you guys can use. Now, I'm not saying you're going to be able to do this in the very first week. It takes a bit of time to build your account, but considering how nice and easy it is to collect heroes in King Arthur Legends Rise, you're going to be able to get this team up and running most likely in the very first month, okay? And there you go. Morgana, free. Then you have Turin, which is for free, again, if I remember it correctly, from the daily login or something like that. Sarah and Cormac are the next ones on your list. Let me quickly walk you through the builds. Now, I've done this pretty fast. Keep in mind, I have been playing for quite a while, so most of my characters, at least the ones that I'm using here, they have max chivalry, which do give me some additional stats and effects. Those are pretty helpful and are speeding the run up for me. But keep in mind, once again, you're going to be able to get to that level as well. It just takes slightly longer time. But either way, you don't require max chivalry for you guys to come and defeat this boss, because this is not one of the most challenging bosses, but at the same time is one of the most important bosses in the game, guys, okay? So, let me just quickly show you the equipment. We have Morgan right here. She's built on an attack speed set, basically speed set. And we have a crit rate. These are her total stats, as you may notice on the screen. Very high speed, 344, decent amount of accuracy. Then moving on to the next one, we have Turin. She's built on a vigor set, and seems like I need to actually give her the bottom piece as well to make a 3-piece set, but that's something that I'm going to do later. I'm going to show you exactly how she is. So a life set, and we have a vigor. She will heal, she will buff your team. We have decentish speed on her, decentish HP. Recovery is going to play a pretty important role because she will actually heal your team to ensure that your characters will stay alive. Moving on to the next one, we have Cormac right here, built on an attack, a crit rate, and a strife set. And these are his total stats. I don't have crazy survivability on him. I have a decent amount of attack, decent amount of defense. His damage is based on attack plus defense. The main thing that you need to prioritize, of course, is attack because that's the higher multiplier. 87 crit rate, 35 crit damage. I do have a Pierce banner, which is basically kind of like the equivalent of ignoring defense. And we have hit accuracy on him. A good chunk of it, 36%, to ensure that he will actually hit the boss. Then we have Sarah on a Vigor and Health set, plus an Immortal set, which will give her a shield when she heals. These are the total stats on her. I do have hit accuracy on her, but that's not a requirement because landing a debuff doesn't actually require you to have the hit accuracy as well. All that you really need is basically having effect accuracy. Decent amount of speed as well. Very important to have this speed order, and that's mainly because of the wave. You want to ensure that Sarah's A1 and passive are available once you get at the boss. Then we have Beriver. This is one of the best damage builds that I have on the account, to be honest, with the gear that I have available. Very good stats comparing him with Cormac, which is a rare, but hey, Cormac absolutely wrecked that freaking boss with a bit more than half of Beriver's attack, right? 70 crit rate, 78 crit damage. I do have a Pierce banner on him as well. Hit accuracy, 33%. But that's it pretty much, guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. What team are you guys using to farm this dungeon? And as I mentioned before, if you want to help and support the channel, if you want to try King Arthur Legends Rise out, you can download the game by clicking the link in the description down below or in the pinned comment. The game is available on mobile devices and on PC. They have their own client. You can download it from Steam as well and give it a go. And if you are looking for a clan by any chance, guys, I will leave the link to our Discord, the Celestials. We have over 22 active clans, the biggest community in King Arthur Legends Rise. So we will 1000% have a slot for you guys so you can come and join the community, join our clans. As usual, much love, appreciate all of you guys watching, and I will catch you all in the next video. Peace.